Welcome everyone to MGN, and I hope you've been enjoying the content as of late. For today's video, I wanted to take a look at the up-and-coming trend in the gaming world, which is picking up steam, and that's VR. Not only is VR becoming a new tool in which it immerses you into the gaming world, but it's becoming a new form for many first-person games who are now adding the VR as an option. It's an ingenious idea and a tool which takes gaming to the next level. Here are my top 5 VR games. But before we begin, and you get to moving, I ask you all to search that big red subscribe button and give it a press, hit that like, and ding that bell to know when MGN uploads content. Wave your magical stick around and ding it. Robo Recall has to be one of the most fluent and most polished VR games out there. It puts you in a futuristic world where robots are everywhere and everything seems fine. That is, until a corrupted AI infects all of the other robots and hell breaks loose. Your task is to recall all of the infected robots with an arsenal of upgradable weapons and utilizing many fancy tactics. Trust me, there's nothing more satisfying than grabbing a robot and using it as a shield in one hand and shooting with your other. It's multitasking done right.
The product has multiple white rings. Anything with multiple white rings, excellent work. Always keep an eye out for multiple white rings when you're holding something.
We all know Skyrim, so it needs no introduction, being a large fantasy world where you chase down dragons using your magical abilities. But now, let's explore the vast land in VR. Being available on Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, and even PlayStation VR, it's possibly the biggest RPG VR game out there. No matter how many times you play this game, nor how many mods you download, nothing beats getting up close to a dragon that's blowing a fire right into your face. I feel the heat.
Andre, where are you, man?
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard brought with it a fantastic revitalization to the brand. It gave us an environment which felt terrifying with every corner you looked around, and with the addition of VR, well then, expect more terrifying moments. Res 7 provided a fantastic atmospheric title which gave us a ton of jump scares and intense altercations. In a way, the developers seemed to make this game with VR in mind, and it works perfectly. If you want a tense and disturbing experience, Res 7 in VR is a game for you.
What do you see? What is it?
Crash seems so long ago now.
Subnautica is a gorgeous underwater survival game. You play as the lone survivor of your crashed ship, the Aurora, and are tasked to explore the new water world to discover what happened to your crew, and why your ship was shot out of orbit, only to discover that this world is much larger and more complex than originally thought. The game plays from the first-person perspective, so it was no surprise when VR was implemented for it. It brings the underwater world to life, and being able to watch as a monster comes swimming at you to take you to its underground lair is just terrifying. Just terrifying.
There's always the view.
Captain, do you want me to add power to the engines?
Yeah, get engines ready, please. We're gonna warp to Gamma Hydra.
Engage.
Oh, no.
VR has a way to bring people together, especially with titles such as VR Chat, but Star Trek Bridge Crew allows you to not only interact with friends or strangers, but also takes you back to the highly successful and charismatic title known as Star Trek. In this game, you and 3 others pilot a Federation starship and work together in saving others and abiding by the Federation law. Although the game has a single-player aspect, it's best played with friends, where you eventually fall into a rhythm of anticipating each other's every need and tailoring your actions accordingly. Captain's Log.
Tactical, armed torpedoes.
Arming them now.
Fire!
Those are my top 5 for the week. What are your favorite VR games or even VR headset? Make sure to share down below. Remember guys, to hit that like, make sure to look for that big red subscribe button, and ding that bell to know when MGN uploads content. VR has come a long way and is bringing with it a massive variety of games. This is just the beginning, and honestly, it's a good start. These are merely just a few titles out of many that are out there right now. Some VR games can have cartoonish graphics, where others can be really intensely beautiful. But all I know is that VR has taken a big leap forward, and frankly, I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Remember to hit that star button, guys, and game on.
Father was right. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there.